What's good, Rivalers, and welcome to another edition of Today in Marvel Rivals. Coming off the back of a very hectic weekend where we learned more about the future of the game from a dev's perspective with new maps and new features and dealing with cheaters, we've been given today the lovely image of Magneto. This seems to be the OG version, the more kind of maroon and purple infused costume design colour that we've come to expect over the years from X-Men cartoons, Jim Lee's art, and so much more. And at first I did think that this could be the Age of Apocalypse version, but it's not. This is the standard OG, but with the Marvel Rivals tactical armoured twist that we're seeing a lot from the artwork that extra skins are being added to the game. Now onto something that's caused a little bit of a stir, and that is this poll. Who in the Marvel Universe should be added next to the Marvel Rivals roster? You can see on screen this at its current rate has been something that was put 5 days ago, so this is kind of old news, but I thought it would be interesting to bring in because I'm sure there's a lot of people that have tried to make out that this is Marvel Rivals and NetEase telling you who they want to be put in, or the twist is that all of these characters will be put in. Sometimes it's important and fun to not buy into this as being definite, but it's definitely interesting when people come out to get involved with these things because you can see where the passion, you can see where the want and desire is, and I like it because it's a community-led endeavour. You can obviously see who I voted for. Wolverine is my favourite Marvel character, and I can see where a lot of people would want the likes of Ghost Rider. As only 15,000, close to 16,000 people of over 400, 500, close 1,000 people that are Discord hosts, it's kind of a weak source in level of response, but it's still really cool to see that people are behind the idea of the likes of Ghost Rider, and I think that would work fantastically in game. Gambit is having a really big renaissance within the Marvel fandom, especially after X-Men animated series, X-Men 97 did so well, and also the appearance of Channing Tatum's version of Gambit. I think a lot of people are really backing this particular character, so I can see it being a really cool addition to game and throwing cards around. We've seen what Moon Knight can do with throwing his projectiles, so yeah, I think that this would be a great addition. I just want to see more of the X-Men connection and the potential team up abilities which could just like not break the game but make the game so much fun. The same thing could be said with Ghost Rider. Imagine him getting on a bike and being able to get up to the battle quicker from a spawn location. I actually saw this particular front cover of a comic book of Ghost Rider and I thought, wow, this in a look perspective has got that tactical armor that is very reminiscent of what we're seeing from the Marvel Rivals cadence of how they're putting in their new skins and what the base level of gear that they have. All of those particular options that have a lot of votes on them have potential, and that is something that I just cannot wait for Marvel Rivals. I'm getting a little bit sick of talking about the game from like, oh, here's a little bit of news here, there's a little bit of news there, here's a nugget of info there. Like, I want to play this game, and thankfully we are a week and a bit away. The hype is indeed real, but could you see any of these characters being good additions to the game? Do you think there could be some game-breaking elements? Have your say in the comments. How much do you read into this particular poll that they put up? And we'll see what's going to be dropped later on today, but man, we all want that game to be dropped, don't we?